What is up, guys? Sunscape here, and I know I've been gone for a little while, and this video itself is a little bit late, but better late than never. And I have a very important question for you guys today. What did you think of the Avatar collab in Fortnite? What were your thoughts on it if you played it? Was it good? Was it bad? What could they have improved on? Let me know in the comment section below, guys, because I am going to give you my unfiltered thoughts on this collab and what the good, the bad, and the ugly is. And before I begin, for those of you guys who don't know, this is a Fortnite channel. Talk about Fortnite stuff, play video games, all that kind of stuff. If you like Fortnite, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, hit that like button. You guys are freaking awesome. Let's go ahead and jump in. So to me, the first good thing that they really nailed on in this collab was the Legend of Korra. Like, not many people know about the Legend of Korra. It's not widely known to everybody. It doesn't have the same gravitas, the same pull as the Avatar: The Last Airbender. It just doesn't. And even those who have watched it, it's mixed on who likes it, who doesn't like it, if you got past that first season. But my surprise to see that the secret skin for the actual battle pass was going to be Korra, and how good they did her, how good they created her with one of the best female face models that I've seen in the game. Honestly, I was astonished. They did everything so well with her, and everything that was going on with her. People were saying that she wasn't, like, she didn't fit the pass. She didn't fit, like, this god's type of battle pass. I think she did. The Avatar, I mean, in all intents and purposes, like, the Avatar is basically a kind of like a deity a little bit, or the bridge between worlds, but has the power, the spiritual power, almost like a deity. And so I think that she fits perfectly in this, and her capture screens, like, those are perfect. Like, with it, like, those are just, it gives us the story that she was dropped on the island and immediately was battling the gods. That's immediately what happened when she dropped. And so, honestly, this was a slam dunk for me. This, and even her second skin, it was Rava. Like, that second season Legend of Korra, which is probably the worst, in my opinion, out of Legend of Korra, because it has some good parts, but it's just everywhere. It was when it was being canceled. So, to me, they're giving so much love to Legend of Korra. I am just so proud of Fortnite for doing this. It is such a good look for them to be giving so much love to something that I love, but is not universally known. It's not universally well known even, or even loved, really. So that was one of the best things they did. After that, I would say the water bending scroll. I know you guys are going to be talking about how it broke the game, and it's still in the game as of the making of this video. It is still in the game for some reason, as well as the temples. The temples don't have the other scrolls, but the water bending scroll is in the game. Since I've been playing Fortnite, which has not been that long, I would say I started back in July, last July. It's almost been a year since I've been dedicated to Fortnite, playing it on my own, not with my kids. I've been playing with my kids years ago, but you know, this waterbending scroll is not only the easiest weapon to use in the game, but it is the most deadliest weapon to use in the game. And that is why it's a double-edged sword. Because when you have the waterbending scroll, you will win, I would say, 80% of the fights that you're in. Because not only does it, first of all, it's the best scroll out of all of them. Not only does it heal you, but it works as a shotgun, it works as a sniper rifle, it works as an AR, it works as SMG. It's just the pace as to which it shoots out crystals and ice, and at the pace that it goes, how much it heals you when you go into water, how fast you go when you go into water. Like, they really cooked when they had that water scroll. But that's the thing, if somebody else has it and uses it on you, like, it can be really frustrating. It could be game breaking for you if somebody can wipe out an entire squad with this scroll. That's how bad it is. But when you have it, I mean, it's the best weapon. It's the best item. The best mythic, unique mythic to a collab that I've played with since the lightsabers. The lightsabers, to me, and I'm talking about the lightsabers from from the prequel movies, Anakin and Obi-Wan's, Darth Maul's. Like those to me are just so good. But this thing shreds them. It's just that good. It's just elite. It's an elite item. And I'll be honest with you, I'm glad that they kept them because they're just so much fun to play with. And once you counter one, that's when you're like, okay, I'm a G. You feel really good after you counter one. But yeah, if it's coming at you, you may hate it. It may be the worst thing on this planet for you. You may want to not play Fortnite ever again if it's being used on you. But luckily, they put so many around the map that everybody has one, and you could literally just use the one and nothing else. Like you could literally just use that and a bunch of heals and supporting items, and that's it. You know, maybe a shotgun if someone gets too close. But besides that, like it's just so good. The rest of the scrolls in the pass itself, because they're not on the island anymore, those scrolls were decent. Like I would say airbending is the best one. Without water, airbending is the best one because it was literally unlimited movement. But I think that one was worse when it came to its broken nature, because ending fights when the circle got smaller, it's literally just like 3 or 4 people, you know, cycling around each other trying to get hits in, you know. And it took a bit of strategy too, because there was also this whirlpool wind thing that you could do and push people off. I did that. I would just run right up to people and use that and push them off like buildings or mountains and stuff like that. But honestly, to me, it is the best. It is one of the best traversal items that we got, but I'm glad that they're gone. The fire bending is mid. It was sporadic. You couldn't aim it right. It didn't do enough damage. It should have done way more damage. Not only that, but it should have had a burning effect to it that you could keep. It would keep burning the person. And I'm sure that they had that conversation, but they just didn't want that to be the case. They didn't want to throw that in there. You know, they didn't want that to be in the mix because that would have been really broken. So, yeah, that's probably why they made that choice for that. Earth is probably the worst one in my opinion. Like it was fun to make the earth walls and things like that, and even just throwing bricks, kind of fun. I think that the earth bending mythic is more of a meme item, in my opinion. It's more of a meme item. I think that it could have been done better, and you know, seeing the shrines around the map was really fun to go to them. Those were definitely POVs that. POIs, I mean, that you once you drop there, it was like dropping in Fallujah or something. Like 20 people be dropping at these places, especially the air mythics, trying to get something. So those are kind of fun to have around the maps. The quests were they were just normal quests. There was nothing really too crazy about them in that sense. But I think overall that plus the mini pass with all the Avatar Last Airbender stuff with just the amount of content they gave us there and the amount of love they gave Avatar Last Airbender. I mean, there's quests about cabbages. There's different emotes with cabbages. I mean, it's just such a good mini pass. And then you have Aang and his Avatar state as well. But not even just his Avatar state. It's him versus the Fire Lord, like that version of him, which is the best one. So they 100% 10 out of 10. Now we can get into the negative parts, and now I'm going to go back on that, actually. The designs for some of these skins, I think that Toph could have used maybe the red design, the Fire Nation, edit style. That could have been something they didn't have enough edit styles, is basically what I'm saying. So Aang and Korra definitely had a good ones because they had ones that were the Avatar state. But even Aang's style that he uses in the game, the original Aang style, I'm surprised they didn't drop the OG like from season 1. They never put that one in there, which I thought was interesting choice. But they basically used the ending design for him, and then they did the same thing with Zuko. Zuko had one edit style. And that's it. There was no edit style with him as the Blue Spirit. There was no edit style of him in the beginning, like with him with bald head and a mohawk, or just the ponytail. I mean, like there was nothing like that in the game, and so that's kind of depressing, honestly. That's kind of that's a fumble. The edit styles, especially with how expensive, you know, and I'll get to that in a minute because Katara needed another edit style. She could have had her, well, for some reason she had the beginning style when she was first introduced in the show, but not the style of her at the end of the show with her hair pulled out, long hair and everything like that. Like that wasn't in there, which is really interesting to me. Like why do they go back and forth like that? And then Sokka wasn't in there, but his sword was in there. Like, come on, man, you could have thrown Sokka in there. I would have loved to. I would have rather had Sokka in there than Katara. And I'm not trying to be any sort of way. I'm just saying that I would much rather have had Sokka in the past or in as a skin. But that's the problem. The skins were too expensive. And this is just a reoccurring problem now because I believe that the new My Hero skins are almost exactly the same. Like all these anime skins or animated skins are 2,000 each instead of 1,500. Like that is way too much. Now I paid for Zuko as you're seeing, but I ended up returning him because once I returned him, I got like 3,800 back because he was still on discounted. And I got the bundle with him and Katara, and I was never gonna use Katara. So 3,800, which is like $38, almost $40 for one skin, is blasphemous. So of course I returned him and I got more skins, but and more emotes that just came out. But it was just too expensive, and that's something that is a huge negative for any of the skins going forward. Like $15 for one skin. At least having the skin have a weapon, a pickaxe, and maybe a back bling or a wrap, something along those lines. Like that is something that I would like to see from a skin. But having it be like just a skin with one pickaxe, like, you know, it's just so simple. Honestly, they could have done so much better. I don't know. I think they could have done way better with that. So I think that if you're not trying to get Zuko or Toph or Katara, and you got the battle pass and you got the mini pass, then you had a great time. And the waterbending mythic is still in the game. So I think that the reason it's still in the game is because there's a lot of fun. And I don't care what anybody says, I pick that thing up as soon as I get it. It is the best item in the game right now. It is the strongest item in the game right now. And honestly, I'm really glad to have a counter to snipers, because the game, at least last season, was just all snipers towards the end, and I'm not very good at sniping. But this I'm really good at. I'm very, very good. I can wipe out a whole squad by myself with just this waterbending mythic, and I don't care. But if it's used on me, I'm so pissed off. I'm very upset. But honestly, those are my thoughts on the Avatar Last Airbender collab. Definitely one of my favorites. I'm really glad that they did it. I think for the most part, they did a good job. I would love to see a Wave 2. I would love to see them come out with, even if they come out with the scrolls again, I want to see the scrolls, especially the firebending scroll and earthbending, have some changes to them where I would say more burning for the firebending scroll, and then for the earth, maybe do more types of structures, maybe make a larger wall. Like I would like to see the Great Wall of China or something built by you as an earthbender, something along those lines. But that's it, guys. That's all I got for you guys. And I know it's a late video, but better late than never. This is me saying goodbye to the Avatar collab. Let me know what your thoughts are.